Hey YouTube, it's Michael, Sailors with Cars. Today we've got a 1986 Mustang with a Coyote 5.0 engine in it, 400 horsepower. Check it out. Hey YouTube, it's Michael, Sailors with Cars. We're up here in the shop doing another interview. We've got Alfredo with us. Alfredo is a electrician's technician in the Navy. He's brought up a really nice Mustang he's going to talk about. If you're new to the channel, I ask you, if you like the channel and like supporting military people, veterans, active duty, retirees, police, fire, subscribe to the channel. View our videos. I appreciate that. Every view helps us expand the channel. Every subscription helps us get the channel bigger. So, with that, it is Sailors with Cars. Thanks for coming out. Alfredo had to come up a little bit of a ways today to come up. We always appreciate people that come up and want to bring their vehicles up on camera. So tell a little bit about yourself.
Been in the Navy just shy of 7 years. I'm an electronics technician. My first ship was the USS Sterett DDG-104. I was there for about 4.5 years.
Sterett, she's in the shipyard right now.
Yes.
She is, yeah. Nice, DDG, good ship. I believe that's a Ingalls built ship, by the way. That's who I work for.
All right.
Ingalls.
Yeah, and did 3 deployments and a RIMPAC on that ship. And
3 deployments?
Yes.
How long were you on her for?
4.5 years.
Wow, that's a lot underway.
Yeah.
Do you mind pace? Really? Come on. You're terrible. Go. I am the producer, he says. I'm sorry. After the Sterett?
After the Sterett, now I'm on shore duty over at NCTS San Diego up in Coronado.
Up in is that at NAB?
NASNY.
NASNY. Where is that?
There would be if you got off on the Coronado Bridge, if you just kept driving straight.
So over at the air station?
Yes.
Oh, so you're at the air. So you're stationed, not of course with the air wing or anything, but you're at the air station at a command there.
Yes.
Working at what do you do there?
Just as an electronics technician, as a little bit of a comms tech, and also work for the building communications office. So I manage a lot of the small little buildings for the whole Southwest region that supply internet and phone lines.
Oh, nice.
All the ships and all the buildings.
So 7 years. First class, second class?
Second class.
Second class. Up for first class?
Hopefully soon.
Good, good. Well, what have you brought us up? I'm going to step out. You can talk about your ride.
This is my 86 Mustang. Had it, I want to say roughly 4.5 years also, 4 or 5 years. Bought it after my first deployment. And my dad always talked about owning one of these and how much fun they are.
They are.
It's gone through a lot of transformations because when I first got it, it was a mild drag car.
Okay.
And I've always been more into the road racing. So it went through full drag suspension and then to mild road racing suspension and now into more of a serious road racing suspension.
And you said you autocross with it?
Yes. I do autocross here in the San Diego region.
And you do it, well, at Qualcomm?
Qualcomm and Lake Elsinore.
And you guys just shifted up to Lake Elsinore.
Yes.
Yeah. That's a little bit of a run. Have you gone up there and autocrossed up there yet?
Yes, just about 2 weeks ago they had an autocross event and it rained and I still drove this car all the way up 2.5 hours to Lake Elsinore.
Yeah, that's a long haul up there. So what are they using? Do they have a big parking lot they're using up there?
Yes, they use the stadium. The Storm Stadium.
Yeah, is it nice? I bet it's probably a lot nicer than Qualcomm.
It is.
Yeah, dodging potholes to do your autocross. So it was this color originally, the dark blue.
Yes, it was a slightly different shade of the dark blue, and at one point I did have it prettied up and painted, but over the years from racing, it's gotten a couple battle scars.
Yeah.
So it has a lot of racing. It used to be my daily driver for about 3 years.
Oh, really?
Until a random guardrail decided to pop up out of nowhere, and I found it.
Oh.
But with that came with a lot more improvements, and now it has a fully redesigned suspension and a brand new Coyote motor in it.
And it has no windshield wipers and it's raining.
It's got a Rain-X on the window.
Okay. Thought I'd point that out. Well, let's look at that brand new Coyote engine. Okay, so we're looking at the beast of the engine, and Alfredo was telling me a little bit about it. But please, it's a hell of an engine.
Yeah. So before, this car did have a really nice 331 stroker that I thoroughly enjoyed and thoroughly put it through its paces. But afterwards, after the wreck and I was designing welding on the tubular front end on it, I was looking at the motor and thought how I could improve it better, and just seeing how much gas it used and how much of a pain it was to maintain. I thought maybe just go with a newer motor. So I ended up trading some bits and pieces off the old motor to get bits and pieces off this motor. So I started off with just a block that I traded a set of cylinder heads for. So the bottom end is a 2012 Mustang GT motor with 11 to 1 compression pistons in it. The heads are CNC ported Boss 302 heads and cams.
Wow.
The matching Boss 302 intake to help it breathe a little bit better.
And where'd you get all this at?
Mainly through friends, connections, shops, Facebook Marketplace. I believe the heads actually came all the way from New Jersey.
Did you do the work?
Yes, I did it all in my garage.
Good for you.
Everything on the car has been done in my garage.
Good for you.
From friends and
Craig help you? Did Craig help you?
Yeah, a little bit here and there. He just gave me a couple pointers.
The radiator, I take it you upgraded the radiator?
Yes, so the radiator is from my old motor, but this was a custom built 4-row aluminum radiator that I got built by a shop up in LA.
Yeah, that's a beast. That'll keep it cool. You don't have any problem with it overheating, I take it.
Oh no, it stays right at 180 degrees.
Nice. Yeah, that's a hell of an engine. Nice.
And
yeah.
The fans, everything is controlled by the ECU.
Oh, good. Okay, so this will be a new thing. We've got Alfredo's car up on the jack. Alfredo, why don't you go ahead and where do you want to start?
We can work our way from the front, go back. So I guess we can start just with the wheels. So these are 18 by 10.5 wheels plus 15 offset, wrapped in some Bridgestone Potenza RE71Rs, a nice sticky compound. I could go a little bit wider with the tire, but for this setup, it helps maintain the balance.
You got the Brembo brakes, I see.
Yes, these are original Cobra R Brembo brakes off of the 2000 Cobra R.
Nice.
And here's just the underside of the Coyote. Pretty basic, nothing too fancy. And so this whole tubular K-member cradle is made by Maximum Motorsports.
We're talking about here.
Yeah, all this right here.
Okay.
And the control arms.
Okay.
So this eliminates roughly 45 pounds off of the stock one and increases rigidity in the chassis. The control arms are also lighter and stronger than stock. They also move the wheel center line forward 3/4 of an inch. I could go further forward, and they even have multiple location points just to correct the Ackerman and camber settings.
Nice.
For coilovers, I run a set of custom Feel 551s. So these actually got custom valve to my car, running a 9K front spring and an 8K rear.
Okay.
And we just have a basic steering rack that's all dirty because I drive this car, and a bump steer kit, so it keeps and a solid bushing kit also on the steering rack to keep it nice and tight. Gives you a lot of nice road feedback.
Sure.
So moving back, you can see the long tubes on the Coyote. These are just BBKs, Coyote swap, long tubes. Same with the Stifler's crossmember. This is a custom crossmember specifically made to fit this behemoth of a 6-speed in this Fox when it was originally just a tiny little 5-speed. For more frame stiffening, I did add the full-length subframe connectors because this is a unibody car. They can be subject to a little bit of issues with the rigidity. So these are also from Maximum Motorsports. And There you can just see my fuel lines coming in. So back here, this is the cool stuff. So Fox bodies originally come with a solid axle, kind of old school, same axle that they have in the Rangers and the Explorers. But this is actually independent rear suspension off of a 2004 Cobra. So it has the beefier axles. It also has bigger brakes in the rear off the Cobra. It's all braced. All the bushings have been done on it. Same, so we got the same field coilovers back here. Currently running 373 gears in it. Makes it a really nice highway cruiser. Gets pretty good gas mileage, even on E85.
Really?
Yeah, and then for exhaust, we just have a non-catted H-pipe with a set of Flowmaster flow effects, which...
I take it you're not licensing in California.
No. And then back here, currently running a 315 BF Goodrich Rival S. I like running the two different compounds of the tires just because these take a little bit longer to warm up than the fronts. The fronts start off sticky even when they're cold, but these can handle a lot more heat. So I figured with pushing close to 450 horsepower at the tire, it helps the tire survive and keep that grip.
Okay, so Alfredo's in the car and he's going to talk us through what he's done. What have you done?
So basically for the interior, I kept it pretty mild other than a steering wheel and a set of seats.
What kind of seats are these?
Some fresh carpet and a fresh headliner.
Did you do the work?
Yes.
Nice. Where'd you get the seats at? These are nice
The
seats.
seats, I actually got it from one of the guys I race with also, my buddy Tom. He just had them in his garage for the longest time. He was just looking to get rid of them.
Really?
At the same time.
Those are nice seats. They don't even look that worn.
Oh no, he had them pretty much brand new, still in the wrapping, and just never ended up using them. So
Tom's a good friend. Nice. Has Tom got a car he wants to bring on the channel?
He just might.
There you go.
Yeah.
Did you put the short shifter in?
Yeah, so this is actually a built T56 6-speed with a Pro 5.0 shifter. So the transmission has the carbon fiber synchros, billet keyways, bronze gliders, all
Nice.
that set up to handle up to 1,000 horsepower.
What's your red line?
Red line on this motor is currently set at 8,000.
How many miles are on your engine?
Right now, I believe I have about, I'm gonna say 4,000, 5,000 miles, and I just finished this setup in November.
When'd you put the engine in? When'd you put the engine in?
The whole project took me from February to November of last year.
Oh, you
November-
just put it in.
Yes.
Wow.
And I have been driving it as much as I possibly can.
So you don't trailer it when you go up to Elsinore, you drive it up?
I do not. I've never had a trailer this car to a single raceway. I drive it up there, I race it, and I drive it back.
Monique, do you go with him when he races?
A couple of years.
Good for you. Always have to have pit support with you. What else, anything?
We also got, so to maintain the street car look of it, to stay in my class, since it has to be classified as a street car, I actually put the rear seats back in because I had a rear seat delete kit in here, but I thought it's a lot more badass with rear seats.
Yeah.
And also a Maximum Motorsports 4-point cage.
Yeah, that's a heck of a roll bar you got put in there.
Yep.
Cool. Well, you know what? Looking forward to going for a ride. All right. Well, Alfredo and I are here in the Mustang. We're going to do the drive around, which part I always look forward to. If you could roll your window up, otherwise unfortunately, we'll get the crackle on the mics. These mics pick up everything. We found that out the hard way. We did a interview and had the windows down, and I put it up anyhow because it was what it was, but it just unfortunately picked up all the air noise. That's all right. We'll live. We're not going that far. We're not going that far. So tell me what you haven't told me about this hot rod.
So right now, the coilovers, they're 30 with on the dampening. So right now I kind of have them a little bit stiff just because I haven't taken that out of race car mode.
So how do you adjust them? Is it a manual adjustment that you do with air, or what do you do?
They have a little knob on top, and you just turn it clockwise to stiffen it up, turn it clockwise to loosen it up.
Got it.
And you'll just feel the clicks. Pretty simple.
Nice.
And I don't think you can see it on camera, but also with the N-gauge, this is how I kind of just...
Yeah, I like your tachometer. Yeah, no, we won't be able to see that on camera. That is nice. Got all your specs there.
Yeah. You can have a speedometer.
Is that new? I've always had that.
It's new, so I got it when I got the motor, so it also stores all of my tunes. So if I want this thing to run a 91, I can just go into this, go up to 91, just change the tune over while I'm filling up, and by the time I'm done filling up, it's already retuned for 91 or E85, or I even have a tune to make it sound like it's got a low peak in it. Really? Yeah.
Nice. So, who's the car guy in the family? Dad? Brothers? Just you?
Me. So I grew up working on cars with my dad. He was more of a mechanic. He did tinker a little bit with cars when he was younger. I don't think to this level though. But he did like them, and just growing up just working on cars and watching and Powered HGTV every Saturday and Sunday morning and seeing cool hot rod builds on TV and everything. I pretty much just like my dad, like I was self-taught. So he self-taught himself everything, and I kind of did the same.
Your dad didn't have the advantage of the internet.
Yeah, no.
Awesome. Well, I want to make sure Dad gets to view this video. It's got a little growl to it. I like it.
Yeah, that's just nice low RPM growl. I don't know if there's anywhere where we can open it up.
Oh, there is. Don't you worry. Don't you worry.
But
You'll be able to get on here when we get down here. We take it loud. Now, of course, I can't tell you that's your decision.
gotcha.
I've got some people that, a little easier with their vehicles, some that are a little bit more aggressive. As long as you don't scare the living shit out of me, I'm good.
I can't promise you that.
I always say that the one video you should always watch is me with my friend Sean Wall and his 900 horsepower El Camino, because I pretty much shot myself when we were doing that ride along. That car, I don't know if you're familiar with it, it's called a Jeffco transmission. So it's a full flow, no clutch race transmission. And it's interesting to watch the video because Sean used to own the company Jeffco, and he knows those transmissions implicitly. It's interesting. It walks you through how they work.
I was about close to getting one of those little
Jeffco?
So to get my T56 modified into having instead of dog rings instead of synchros, so you can just yank on the on the shifter.
That's exactly what he does. Yes, sir. He's got some get up and go. I like it. I like it. There's another straightaway up here past this corner. Yeah, you feel all that stuff. But it's fun to motocross. So what's your best time to the autocross?
Every course is different, so that's kind of what keeps it interesting is that every course has its challenges, but just recently I started really dialing in the car and I started getting a lot closer to the old vetted guys on their time, so I'm starting to get up there in the top half of the leaderboard
Nice.
with this car.
Good for you. And how is it through the slalom?
It's pretty for your sway bar, it gives it just a little bit of give for the tires to kind of catch up and do their work. So coming out of corners, I can actually get on the gas mid-corner. I don't have to wait till I'm straightened out. I can get on the gas mid-corner, and with the IRS, I can set up the camber so
Get on it.
I can get on it a lot sooner
Nice.
and a lot harder in the corners.
When are you guys autocrossing again?
Our next event is on the 7th of March, and it'll be here in Qualcomm.
Are you gonna? Yeah. I would come down to that, but we're gonna be out of town.
Yeah, I think it's a 2-day event. So it'll be Saturday, Sunday, Saturday practice, Sunday champion.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how the Horseshoe Club does it. They autocross every month.
Yeah.
They do, I believe they do 2 days. Yeah, it's a beautiful car, man. I appreciate you bringing it up. It's got some hellacious power.
Thank you.
Okay, we're back in the garage. We took the car out for a ride. Let me tell you what, it hauls ass, handles well. Appreciate Alfredo bringing it up. Thanks for your service.
Appreciate
Thanks for
the
coming
invite.
up.
Thank you.
And remember, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next video.